Hey everybody, it's the Mature Minded Gamers, and today we're going to break down the brand new Star Trek Picard trailer that just released here on October 5th, 2019. It starts us out with Picard on the orchard, and he's having a dream. Data's there painting a picture of a mysterious woman without a face, and Picard asks Data, what does it all really mean? Picard doesn't really seem to know, but Data tells him that he can figure out the puzzle. And the next flashback we have right here looks like a memory that Picard has of some ships destroying a planet. Don't know exactly what that means, but obviously it's something from the past. Then we see Picard heading back to Starfleet headquarters. We see a hologram of the Enterprise D, which is really cool. Picard has a nice interaction with the gentleman at the desk, and he welcomes him back and says it's nice to see him around again, which I thought was kind of funny little moment there. Then we get a picture of this droid. So he's obviously labeled, and it looks like there's a whole bunch of them. So is Starfleet being ran by droids now? Don't really know. Picard then meets with the headquarters lady and says that he's standing up for the Federation for what it should represent. The lady says that it's no longer your house, Picard. And then we see this scene here of him talking to this gentleman who looks really familiar, but I couldn't place him. Picard talking to, taking a shuttle to another planet, and then he's talking to Michelle Hurd's character here, Raffi, who is going to be on 8 episodes. So she's going to be one of the main characters here. And she mentions that, so you want to go along on another unauthorized rescue mission. I find interesting. So it looks like Picard's recruiting his main crew right now, because the next scene we have here is him with Alison Phil, who plays Dr. Angus. The scene we have here is Picard with Evan Gora, who plays Elnor, for about 3 episodes, so he's not going to be a main character, but 3 of the 10's not bad, I guess. And he looks like he's starting to get a fight. And Picard mentions that he needs his skill and courage, which leads us on to the next screenshot here. And this is of San Diego Cabrera, who plays the character Chris. He's going to be in all 10 episodes, so him and Picard are the only 2 that are in all 10. Looks like he's the pilot. Then we get a nice screenshot of this Borg-ish cube with the blue glowing that we've seen in the first trailer. Speculation is it's some kind of a Romulan Borg cube that has been made. We see the green little ships flying around it that are generally Romulan colors. Next up is a very interesting scene here. We see what is looks like a Borg torso with all the flesh ripped off of it. And in the background you can see 7 of 9 holding on to someone back there. And then the next scene we get is a close-up of her hugging them, presumably someone who is dead, but you can't really identify them right now. The next scene we get is the crew. I think this is going to be your main crew here. You can see the 4 there, the 4 main crew members. And then this shot right here, I think the red ship with the red details is going to be their main ship, but interestingly enough, they're fighting an old school bird of prey, so an old Romulan ship. So I don't know how that's going to factor in. And there's also a little ship that looks like it's helping them fight the Romulans. Next up, we have Picard in action, bringing out his old school fencing skills with someone. I don't really know what's going on in this scene. It's very short, but he's definitely engaged in some kind of a combat. Very classic throwback to Picard's fencing scenes in The Next Generation. Next up, we have an interesting scene. It just flashes up for a second. It looks like someone or an android of some sort is trying to break into some house and looking for something. The only thing I can speculate is they're either at Picard's orchard looking for the girl, Daj, or they're busting into 7 and 9's house here, because we're going to see her come up. And then here's another really interesting scene. It shows a picture of Daj, and you hear in the background people talking, and it's this unknown Romulan character back here in the background who's talking to Harry Treadman's character. and he's in 7 episodes, so he's definitely going to be a main character. And they basically say, why is the girl being sent here? It has to be for some reason, and he's going to form some kind of a relationship and try to get it figured out. The next scene we have here is Picard talking to 7 of 9, and she's saying that she helps people who no one else will help. And then we see a quick glimpse of Hugh looking very unrobotic, and then we see another quick shot of 7 of 9 with dual rifles shooting her way out of somewhere, John Wick style. Then we get what I think is probably everybody's favorite scene here. You hear some kids yelling. The kids are yelling, he's telling them to quiet down, and he says, the kids say, "Dad, Jean-Luc Picard is here." And then Riker, looks astonished. It's a fantastic scene. You also see Picard hugging Deanna here, right there. So a lot of touchback, a lot of love. Very interesting fact, though, Riker and Deanna are both only in 1 episode. So this is probably all we're going to see of them, but it was still nice to see them at all. Next up, we have Hugh, obviously, and Picard. I'm not sure who the female character is. And it looks like they're running away from something or trying to escape somewhere. It's hard telling right now. And then we get a bunch of quick screenshots next. One is of someone playing soccer. I don't really know what that's supposed to represent here. Next up, we have what looks like tarot cards of some sort, some kind of futuristic cards, and we can hear Picard talking about how everyone has a story. So I think that's kind of an interesting twist. I'm not sure how the tarot cards are going to play into it, or if they will really even at all. It may just be a throwaway scene. Next up, we have those little ships that we've seen destroying everything in a couple different scenes. And it looks like they're blowing up some kind of space station. Couldn't identify it exactly. Definitely setting them as the villains, I think. We get a screenshot here of 7 talking, and then you see a little girl in a background with a window looking out at a storm. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be 7 as a child or someone else. Then we get this scene with Daj getting, looks like fried by something. There you can see the steps in the background, and she's also wearing the hooded cloak thing that she was in the first trailer. So I'm thinking this is when she's fighting those 2 people on the stairs, and maybe she gets injured severely here, so maybe she regenerates or something. And then to end the whole trailer out, we get this fantastic scene with Jean-Luc Picard and William Riker on a dock chatting it up, and Picard seems very happy, and he thanks Will for not trying to talk him out of his plan. Great ending to the trailer, and I can't wait to see more. Some other things I want to mention: all the Next Generation cast that are in Picard Season 1 are only in for 1 episode, so none of them are going to be really big characters like we'd hoped. I kind of assumed maybe Data, 7, or Hugh would be a little more involved, but it doesn't look like it. Even Hugh's only in for 1 episode. I really look forward to the show, and again, it's releasing on January 23rd of 2020, and you can watch it on CBS All Access here in the United States, and I believe Netflix is going to have it in other locations. So, alright everybody, thanks for watching. Please do me a favor and hit that follow button to help me grow the community. You have yourself a great evening.